Hi, and welcome to Complete React Developer course. Now, I always like to get started my course with setting up the environment and directly writing some meaningful code. But the scenario while learning the React is a little bit different because I expect some of you are completely new. That is a good thing. It's always good to write onto an empty slate. It's always easier. But some of you might be coming up from different web backgrounds, having some experience with other kind of web development like with PHP or maybe simply HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So let me walk you through what kind of mindset you need to have before learning the React. Now again, I know you might want to skip this movie, but don't. This is gonna be very important for you. Now, first of all, you need to make sure you understand that React is easy. Now, I have read hundreds of blogs saying that React is a little bit tough. No, it's not tough. Yes, for sure, I would say there are certain rules that you need to follow up while learning the React. Now, also make sure that you understand that while learning the React, you are always following the rules. Now, React is not like any web development that you are doing. It's a web development that you are doing inside a framework. Now, a framework is nothing more than just some set of rules that you always have to follow. For example, in just any kind of web development, whenever my mind says I want to update some variable in JavaScript, I can do so. But not in the React. There are certain rules that I have to follow and then only I can update my states or my variables in there. So make sure you understand that as well. Now, throughout the React course, you will also figure out that I am talking quite a lot about a few words like components, the props, and the state. Now, let me give you a quick idea about them, a rough general overview, and then for sure we have movies where we talk quite in detail with code perspective with the props and the states and components as well. Now, first of all, let's take down the components. Now, you might have seen that whenever we create a web application, it has got a header, it has got a footer, a sidebar, a main content area, and all of that. Now, React call all of these chunks as component. And React, in fact, highly recommend that you create those components into separate files or maybe separate modules. Now, later on, React also says that later on, whenever you want to update anything inside the module, you can just update that, and also you can reuse that modules known as components. So that makes a reusability quite at upscale. Now, next thing that you will heard about quite a lot is prop. Now, prop is nothing just a fancy name for properties. Now, it is basically mainly used to communicate between one component and another. If you want to pass certain information from one component to another, there you go, you have got your props. Now also there is known as something as state. Now also with the state comes up like lifecycle methods and all these things that we'll discuss quite a lot in detail. Now these are nothing just more than some events that are triggering. For example, let me give you a quick example there. For example, a component is just about to be mounted, or a component that has just mounted, or component has already mounted, or maybe component has received some properties, or just like that. So I hope now things are much more clear, and React is all about this. You have got a complete overview idea of what React is, how to proceed with that, and what to keep in mind. Now make sure you also understand that practice is one of the key elements. Now I promise you, if by the end of this course, you will be working along with me and creating all of the project, React will be just like a breeze to you. So let's get started here.